Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kristen for you guys who don't know me. So today we're doing a eyebrow tutorial. I get so many questions on my eyebrows through Instagram, through my old YouTube videos, and in general. A lot of people ask me if my eyebrows are microbladed because I feel like I have very thin haired but like nicely stroked eyebrows, so they look like they're microbladed. I get asked that all the time. They're not microbladed, they're all natural. So a few years ago I always got my eyebrows either threaded or waxed. When I was growing up, my eyebrows were super fluffy. Like if I could pull up pictures from when I was a baby, they were insane. I always had a unibrow, so when I was about like maybe going 8th grade into freshman year of high school, I was like, Mom, it's time. I need to get rid of this unibrow. Yeah, going into freshman year of my first high school, I had a unibrow. So I finally got in between waxed, and then ever since then I was kind of like obsessed with just getting my eyebrows done. So I was getting them done literally over and over again to the point where they were basically gone. So I think threading really thinned them out. It's when you use the thread to like literally pull the hair out. My eyebrow lady obviously went in on my eyebrows to the point where they were like just so thin. So for about 2 years I rocked the thin brow. And then I was like, you know what, F this, I have no more brows left, so I'm just gonna decide to grow them out. And it was the best decision I ever made. So literally to this day I don't let nobody touch my brows except for myself. I do eyebrows. I'm in like the business of eyelashes and stuff like that, so I'm always shaping up other people's brows. So I feel like because I present myself with my brows always done, I feel like people trust me really easily with their brows, so that's pretty cool. But I would never do what my eyebrows ladies used to do to me to anybody else, like just completely thin out the hair. Like, that's a no-go, no thanks, I won't harm your brows. But anyway, today's tutorial is showing you how I do my brows. I cut and I tweeze them before I always do my brows anyways, especially like if I'm really shaping them out like the way I did today. So on an everyday basis, I usually just use some powder and fill it in because honestly, going to work, I just like do very quick makeup, so I don't really go ham like really defining them. But if I'm to go out or have an event or something, then that's when I will do what I did in this video. Also for my clients, because I know I'll also get asked this, as a makeup artist, I use the Anastasia brow book on my clients mostly. I used to use this on myself, which is the blonde one, but I dropped this, and of course the one that I used on myself broke, so I'm actually waiting for that to come in the mail. But this is my go-to for my clients, just because like dealing with powder, you could either build it up extremely, I guess, defined in like that Instagram brow, because you could also use the brow primer down here to make it more of like a pomade, or you can have it super soft. So that's why I like the powders for my clients. This is definitely just a go-to. I know that they don't sell this on their website no more, but it's definitely on other makeup websites like Namies or Friends Beauty. So this is my go-to for clients. But for myself, I'm either using a pencil, powder, or even dip brow if I really wanted to get like in with my brows. So today I used the new Urban Decay brow blade. Absolutely obsessed with this. I saw Karen do it and I was like, I have to get that. Please subscribe and also leave in the comments what videos you guys want to see. I definitely have so much content coming up, but I also need your help to give me ideas because I feel like I want to please you guys. So if you let me know what you want to see on my channel, definitely leave that in the comments below. But other than that, keep on watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. So the first thing I do is always brush up my brows like completely fluffy, just so I can see where the longest hairs lay basically. And then I go in with scissors and just fairly and so lightly cut the tips of my hairs. There's been times where I completely messed up and cut too much, so I'm like super careful with this, just cutting the ends of those extra long hairs, and then just brushing them out again so I can see now where the sparse areas are that I have to fill in. I did this recently, so I didn't have that many hairs, but now I'm just plucking hairs that literally don't belong in my line. So I'm taking them out, usually just below. Some of these were being stubborn and not coming out, and then above I have some like peach fuzz basically. And then I grow a lot of thick hair in the middle of my brows. It's so annoying, but when I was little, that's where I had my unibrow, so I take out hairs a lot there. The first product I'm using in this new Urban Decay brow blade, I'm obsessed with this. It mimics microblading, so I'm drawing hair-like strokes that really add kind of like a texture to your eyebrows, which is so dope. This color is a little bit dark, but that's okay because my roots are dark right now. Definitely gonna have to get a lighter color for the summertime. So I'm just drawing in basically where there's a lot of emptiness and then adding hairs on the bottom to make it look like it's much fuller naturally. So now we're using the other end of the pencil, and I'm really just filling in where there's gaps, and then I'm kind of defining my eyebrow a little bit more. So as you see, I'm drawing more of thickness on the top where I feel like a lot is missing, more of like the actual shape, and then just kind of filling in the bottom as well. The front gets a little tricky because my hair is like messed up in the beginning, so I'm lightly with a very light feathery hand just drawing these hairs, and I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other side. Once I achieve my desired look of how I like them filled, I always go in and brush through them. This kind of softens up the harsh lines that I drew, if there were any. It kind of just like really fluffs them out. So now I'm going in with the Gimme brow, which I just tried in this video, and again, I'm obsessed. This kind of adds texture to your hair, so it kind of fills in and gives the natural hairs more of like a little gel lift, so it's really cool. It definitely doesn't add that much like deposit of color, but it definitely just holds them in place and adds a little bit more color. So now I'm using the KKW contour stick. This is the highlighter one. It acts like a concealer. You could definitely use concealer for this. I'm not going ham and like carving out my entire brow. I'm just lightly highlighting underneath to clean it up a bit and make sure that everything's kind of symmetry and in line. And I'm using a Morphe eyeliner brush for this. And of course, always blend it out. You don't want to have a harsh line of concealer showing on your face, because I've seen it before and it ain't cute, girls. So always make sure you blend it out. Doing the same thing to the other side very lightly, just kind of like really make sure everything is perfect and cleaned up, especially on the top, because I still have peach fuzzes, so I feel like the concealer really helps to cover that up. Now on the other side of this highlighting stick is the actual shimmery base. So we're going to go ahead and put that on the arch of my brow just to really make sure that my eyebrow pops out, and this really gives like the finishing touch. I love how this came out. This cream is like the perfect color as well, super creamy, and I just use my fingers to blend it out. There's no reason to go in with a brush. So this is the final look. I'm obsessed. My brows have never looked better, especially from those pictures of way back when. So I hope you guys like this, and be sure to tune in for more videos.